Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna go ahead and go over another product that seems to be on the market that a lot of people are requesting or asking about for like quick fixes in weight loss, and that's gonna be none other than the infamous detox. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and show you guys what typically people buy based on Amazon top seller. And that's going to be this brand. I don't even know how you pronounce it. UMZU, right? They got a few different products out there, but the particular one for detox is going to be the ZuPoo. You've probably seen it a lot on your Instagram or your YouTube, like commercials and advertisements. It's for ZuPoo. The guy talks like about that the average American holds like 10 pounds of toxic poop on a daily basis. It popped up on my advertisement on YouTube as I was watching video, and it pops up all the time. And it's, yeah, man, I don't know why I get those because I'm not even like looking at detoxes. But first off, detoxes, in my opinion, highly unnecessary because there's no real studies that are supporting evidence saying that you need to have these herbs or botanicals to help your body detox, because we all know that your body detoxes naturally. If not, then we would die of toxicity of just different pollutants. I mean, we have persistent pollutants that we always intake, and that's your POP. But we can get in talk. I'll just say a little thing on like how to like just control that really, and what you need to do to actually detox your body instead of spending, what is this? So 26 bucks for 15-day supply. You can also subscribe, you know, saving some money for helping you poop. Pretty much it's just a band-aid for your poor diet, or so your poor diet, your lack of physical activity, lack of water intake, your ill-advised advice from your physician saying to lower your sodium to like 0. The lower the better for some reason. Like, I don't understand why they say that, especially if if you're someone who doesn't have like extremely high blood pressure, and you don't have like renal kidney issues, but typically if you have a GFR that's going to be extremely high, I would say that's where the sodium levels come into play, where you need to be a little bit careful. But usually high blood pressure, whether it's chronic or acute, usually that comes back to like a lifestyle if it hasn't been diagnosed with some other cardiovascular disease or disorder or any type of polymorphism. So but yeah, man, just looking through some of these products by this website, this company, it's just red was the other thing that like people talk about all the time. And it's just like a nitric oxide booster with like arginine, which like, anyways, that'll be for another video. But this whole thing about ZuPoo, first off, they say it was developed by a top chemist, Christopher Walker. He graduated from the UMZU. So you see the main ingredients. If you've ever taken like this ingredient, this casaca or sagara, however you say it. Yeah, it's definitely like a laxative, similar to like senna. So like you'll see like a lot of fighters use senna. Bentonite clay, again, holds all the toxins as it flushes out of your system. Aloe vera can help like smooth or like relax the intestinal wall. Milk thistle is supposed to detox your liver. Opinions about that. And they don't give you like what type of milk thistle. So I mean, you should be having like typically the European milk thistle with a higher percentage, because they don't even give you that. Like, they only give you the percentage of really what is in here from like the milk thistle. Like, are we looking at like a 30% extract of it? And like, where are you getting it from? Is it standardized? Cayenne pepper, again, You know, it's not even like paradoxine or anything. It's like just cayenne pepper that they don't disclose, like really what's in it. Cipillary elm, again, you take that before your meals and help with bowel movements. If you have like a slow gastric gastric emptying, sorry, but they give you all this in a proprietary blend. And my first opinions usually on proprietary blends is that it's a cheap way of well, it's an advantage for the supplement company that's selling it, because then they can give you sprinkled doses of the actual ingredients that may help you, and then they're not giving you an efficacious dose of the ingredients that are the more expensive ones. So it can definitely lower their cost. And to me, that's kind of like lying to the consumer. And I don't like it. I like for companies to be more transparent if they're going to be using standard ingredients and like DSHEA compliant ingredients. If it's going to be like, I don't mind prop blends if it's going to be like some more like hardcore supplement. But anyways, we're going to revert back to the examine.com for again some more information for consumers. I think this is one of the greatest places that we can have that's available for you. The majority of it's free, and a little bit easier for you to understand. It puts it more in layman terms. First off, like it says, man, on this very beginning, the question is, do you need a detox? And like it says, there are organs that do nonstop detoxing your body, and it really comes down to diet and lifestyle. So in this write-up, it talks about how there are they investigated 15 detox program manufacturers, and then none of them can provide a clear-cut list of the harmful substances being eliminated. Again, let's see where it says so like those that were involved in the clinical trials, their clinical trials, basically their study trials, there's like nothing taken into account like previous conditions, health conditions, what other medications are they taking, what symptoms are they having, what were they diagnosed with. And again, it's just, they're just trying to make people, for detoxes, they're just trying to make people poop. It's very lucrative for people to say, hey, I want to lose weight, and you can actually lose weight because your body does have a lot of waste in it, because you're digesting your food, like whatever you ate 2 days ago, 3 days ago, sometimes it's still digesting in your food, in your intestines, because it's got to go through your stomach, your duodenum, your small intestine, your large intestine, to your colon, and all these. And if you disrupt the system of digestion with causing your body to detox unnaturally, so making yourself just poop, it's going to cause the fermentation process of the prebiotics and the probiotics. So the prebiotics within like the small intestine, it's not going to be able to ferment the probiotics and the good healthy gut bacteria in your large intestine and colon, because each chamber or each section of the intestinal tract, it has specific microbiome, and this gut microbiome does a lot of things for you. It can help with weight loss. It can help with reducing some cell damage. It can help with genetic mutations. It can help with gaining or losing tolerances and allergies. It helps with reducing deficiencies in the body from micronutrients, and it can help with more systemic issues, maybe with liver, heart, kidneys, because we're talking about filtration and detoxing and extracting all these nutrients. And so there's a lot of reasons why I would never use a detox, especially since there's so many other conditions that people have. It's not like, hey, like, do you like driving cars? Cool. You like an SUV? Here you go. Here's an SUV. Like, maybe that SUV doesn't fit your style, your need. You don't like the color. There's different. Everyone has individual likes and dislikes, but your body responds the same. So some people there, if you're intolerant to certain ragweeds or certain herbs, maybe this actually won't help you lose the toxins in your body. Maybe actually might hold on to some of them or displace them somewhere else. Your gut is permeable. Your intestinal lining is permeable. And if there's irritations, it could cause some toxins to even leak into your system. I mean, when you think about it, that's a main cause for when people go sepsis, right? It's just an immune response, and it's causing other toxins to get released into the body. But as far as like the persistent organic pollutants that I was talking about, the POPs, it's really just what we accumulate on a day-to-day basis. It's just things that are natural that you're always going to find. And there are ways that are going to be way better and also free to help your body detox. And that will be by decreasing the known toxins. So a huge thing that's going around right now is plastics, right? So I think there's some doctor on Joe Rogan that came out and said certain exoestrogens, xenoestrogens, have reduced male penis size since however many years of this being used. So they recommend not cooking or putting your food in plasticware because of the xenoestrogens can get into the food and contaminate it, and you get into your body and toxins build up and such. So that might be true for like people who have a very poor diet. They don't eat enough whole foods, or they don't get enough certain like grains or boracic vegetables, fruit vegetables, to help your body actually naturally detox. So maybe that's true for someone who sits down and plays video game, twitching, and whatever that is, Twitch, and they just eat prepackaged food all day, right? Cool, you're gonna have a small penis, all right. But for the people who are more active and actually watch their diet, your body's just going to naturally detox. But we can reduce the amount of other toxins that we may come in contact with from, again, plastics. If you want to go all out, receipt paper, I guess it has like a film on it that's pretty toxic. Fishes, things like that. But anyways, again, so like your diet, what you choose to eat, it's going to help improve your liver, improve your kidney. Liver, we all know, it's going to be really good for detoxing and helping red blood cells and with glycogen and with helping to prevent type 2 diabetes. Again, digesting our food, whole foods, it's going to have better benefits on our gut microbiome. Again, our microbiome helps to eliminate toxins as well, because they can bind to certain toxins in the body and pull it out. I mean, the only real time that you would actually need a detox is if you work in like a job where you're around heavy metals or maybe radiations, things like that. Yeah, okay, cool, you'll need a detox. Usually you're gonna let's see, what is it? There's some ingredients that can help with that detox. I know, like molybdenum, I believe it's a mineral. They can bind to like copper poisoning and such, and something like chlorella, things like that. But and there's some other detoxer by, it's like chelated cardio by MRN. So if you do work in like those lead-based manufacturing jobs, then that'd be a great way to go. Because sometimes your body needs a little bit of help from that exposure, because that's just not a everyday exposure, or that's like not like a natural exposure. It's not a POP. You're actually putting yourself in that situation for the benefits of your job. But again, so why do people continue to buy detoxes like this ZuPoo? It's because they want a quick fix. So yeah, it claims to lose weight. Yes, weight means fluid, it means toxins, poop, means bone, it means muscle, it means organ tissue. That's weight. That's your body's weight. We really want to focus on losing body fat. So that comes down to, again, diet, lifestyle. It's always going to come down to diet and lifestyle. It's like building a house. You need that foundation. Without the foundation, your walls are going to crumble. So that's pretty much the bottom line for all this. Okay, like even Examine, they give you a little detox, or the little detox equation. You know, remove the processed foods within your diet, put in more whole foods. This is a good part of implementing vegetables in your diet, or whether it be like vegetable powders. That would be the way to go if you're more carnivore, or you just don't like certain fruits and vegetables. This might be a way to get that into your diet. And also if you're intolerant to eating some of them, because our diet's usually dictated by what we're tolerant to and what we're not tolerant to. We might love, let's say, for example, like I love Brussels sprouts, and I love like baked or like grilled broccoli, right? However, my body says otherwise. My body says, no, I don't like it. And so I reap the rewards of that, and the rewards are not good. So those are good for detoxing and keeping the body with and homeostasis, but it's going to wreak havoc on my intestinal lining, which then causes more issues, inflammatory issues, more cytokine storms, pretty much. And that cannot make me feel good, put toxins back into my blood, maybe feel lethargic, maybe brain fog, things like that. So there's tons of issues with that. So what's the quick fix then, I guess, for all this? Well, the quick fix is change your lifestyle. Change it now. Don't rely upon these things that just make you poop, because your intestinal lining, it is a muscle in a way. It's a different type of muscle. And so if your body is losing the ability to actually digest and to move, it's going to get slower and slower and slower. And you can go to your gastroenterologist to even do like a gastric emptying test and see if there's any like paralysis of your intestinal tract. There are things to help speed it up acutely with drugs. Like pharmaceutical drugs, they have a pharmacokinetic response that's not going to be terrible for you if used acutely and responsibly, but to be dependent on it for a long period of time, that's just not going to be worth it, in my opinion, to be able to have a longer productive life. So the longer we're on pharmacokinetics, or have the pharmacokinetic response within the body, and the more drugs we're on for a long period of time, then it could be a more detriment to our health, because we don't really know the long-term effects of it. So usually it would shorten the length of your life for the majority of drugs that are used or made for these purposes of just using acutely. So a very short time before, or during and before your lifestyle change, and then you can wean yourself off of it. So any other questions, just let me know. But don't buy ZuPoo, just change your diet and everything will be fine. All right.